The year was 2020 of the Common Era, and well over half of the population had its life turned upside down. During this time, Gundam released a video reminding us that we'd meet again with smiling faces. And I want to pay tribute to that video before it's forgotten by time. "2020 was a year that I'm sure most in the world would not want to relive ever again. It's strange to think that now, 4 years later, that it feels so long ago. Except, it wasn't that long ago. And we're still feeling the effects of it. When the lockdown first hit, some believed that it would be only for a week or two. And while many hoped that to be the case, it wasn't. Imagine being in a long-distance relationship during the lockdown. The person you love is at least 100 miles away. And now, there's not just those few hundred miles separating you from them, but also a lockdown, a pandemic. Just think of the families who couldn't see each other because they lived in different parts of the city or state. Many older relatives, because they were the most vulnerable to the disease, were even less able to see their families. People battling depression who needed in-person interactions to help them suddenly couldn't. Our pets love this, of course. They got to see us all day for weeks, months even, so this was all fun and games for them. And good for them. Those four-legged furballs deserve to be happy. Anyway, as expected when people are forced to stay at home, subscriptions for online streaming apps rose, video game sales skyrocketed. Sony even gave out a few games for free, no strings attached, just to help distract people staying at home. And not too long into the pandemic, a little subtle public service announcement video was released by one of the world's largest and most successful media franchises of all time. You see, while media properties are often essentially represented by fictional characters, they can mean a great deal to their fans. Fans go to these properties to give them a little escape from their everyday lives. They go to them to take a break from it all. They go to them so that they can smile during the boring parts of their lives and make their lives a little easier to endure. They also go to them so that they can bond with their friends over the same thing. But once March of 2020 hit, we couldn't meet in person anymore. The entire world had gone into lockdown. When we think of the largest and most influential media properties in the world, we might assume that perhaps Star Wars released a video with Luke Skywalker giving some words of encouragement to everyone going through the pandemic, and ending the video by telling us all, "May the Force be with you." And that sounds like a no-brainer, easy goodwill point, and it would help with Disney's overall public image. Except that never happened. They didn't even think of having Captain America and Iron Man telling us that we'll get through this together.
How are you guys planning on meeting now? Together.
Next door to Marvel, you might think that, well, then I'm sure DC capitalized on Disney's missed opportunity and had Batman and Superman deliver some words of encouragement. But no. Well, actually, Wonder Woman kind of did something.
Imagine there's no heaven.
But let's just say that she missed the mark by at least a mile. On the other side of the world, surely the largest of all media properties did something. Pokemon had to have had Ash and Pikachu deliver some lines of friendship during the pandemic at least. But again, as far as I've been able to search online, there was nothing. Until one day, by the summer of 2020, a subtle public service announcement popped up on the internet. But this was no ordinary PSA. It was a shot in the arm, if anything. Gundam in 2020 did something that no other media franchise apparently thought about doing. Not even the biggest. I'm talking Star Wars, Disney, Marvel, DC, not even Pokemon did this. Best of all, it was a video that felt completely in character. It was a reminder of what one of Gundam's key moral pillars has always been, about understanding each other. And not only did they put together a video to deliver some encouragement, but they literally got the original voice actors to come back and read a few lines to us. The video begins with Amuro and Char encountering one another as their minds travel through time and space. As Amuro feels the warmth of people's goodwill, Char notes that there's nothing more precious than people caring for each other. And if everyone were able to care for each other, then perhaps it might be worth saying that humanity is strong. Amuro then states that people already have the capacity to care for each other. Char then acknowledges that he too is a member of the human race, and that now he'll be one with humanity to help restore our regular lives. Amuro then says one of my favorite lines, which is that humanity isn't just for show, as they both set aside their differences. He says this as footage from Char's counterattack plays, where Amuro and the new Gundam begin to push back Axis. And the video does a really good job of making it relevant to what was really going on in the world at the time. As in order for the new Gundam to be able to push back Axis, it needed the will of countless souls wishing for the same thing. Amuro goes on to explain that the light is coming from not just people who are wishing for our regular lives to return, but also from the gratitude towards those who are actually working on the front lines during the pandemic and with everything else that was going on in the world. Char then comments on how this light could save the future. Through all this concentration of hope and goodwill, we are then greeted by Banadra Lynx in the Unicorn Gundam, who says that it's time for all of us to work hard together to restore our regular lives. Mika in the Barbados and Setsuna F. Seiya in the Double O soon join in and deliver their own lines. After them comes Hiro Yui in the Wing Zero, who basically says the same, only he adds his famous "Mission Accepted" line. Camille in the Zeta of course also makes his entrance and launches from the Argama. After Hathaway Noah also joins in, Char and Amuro deliver their final lines as they prepare to work together. And finally, all the voice actors say the same line in unison that still pulls on some of my heartstrings till this day, which is, "Let's meet again with smiling faces." This short video is hands down my favorite thing that Gundam has done in a while. That's not to say anything bad about any of the films and shows that have come out since 2020. I'm just saying that this one hit different. I first saw it after coming home from work one day. The company I was working for at the time was one of the lucky ones during the pandemic, so our workloads picked up. And to keep up sales numbers for investors, our manager and supervisors started bending truths and lies and placed many of us at risk of getting sick and getting caught up in street protests, all to bring in more cash. This video truly brought a smile to my face. It made me proud to be a Gundam fan. To give credit where credit is due, One Piece also did something similar. Beyond that, to the best of my knowledge, no one else did anything like this. If you happen to know of any, let me know in the comments. But as far as my own research went, I found nothing else like this. Speaking of comments, the comments section for this specific video that I'm talking about is filled with some great positive vibes. And if you haven't watched it yet, even though the height of the pandemic has come and gone, I'd still recommend you take some time to watch the video, especially if you're someone who appreciates the overall message that Gundam has always promoted. I'll leave a link to the video in the description. And if you did see the video back in 2020, what went through your mind as you watched it and heard the old voices of characters for the first time in years, decades even? Anyway, I just wanted to shine a spotlight on what I thought was a good deed at the time. That's it for me. Mobile Suit K9, signing off.